Imagine getting a phone call asking you to join one of the most legendary and technically demanding bands in rock history, Rush. Not just as an additional touring musician, but stepping into the position once held by the late Neil Peart. That's exactly what happened to German drummer Anika Nilles. When the news broke last year, plenty of rock fans probably asked, "Anika who?" But that reaction quickly fades once you realize who she actually is. While her name may not yet be huge in mainstream rock media, within the drumming world she's long been recognized as one of the most respected and innovative players around. And honestly, her resume speaks for itself. Anika isn't just a drummer, she's also a composer, band leader and music educator. Before Rush, she toured with the legendary Jeff Beck, a guitarist known for working with world-class drummers like Simon Phillips and Vinnie Colaiuta. So when it comes to musicianship, she's more than qualified. What makes the story even better is how unexpectedly it all happened. While touring with Jeff Beck, one of Jeff's guitar techs who also happened to work with Geddy Lee mentioned Anika's name to the Rush camp. That simple connection eventually led to a meeting in Canada with Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson. Anika admitted the whole thing was overwhelming at first. Imagine sitting in a studio playing Rush songs alongside two living legends. It's the sort of moment that probably doesn't feel real straight away. But according to her, the biggest challenge wasn't the technical side. It wasn't about copying every drum fill perfectly or trying to outplay Neil Peart. The real challenge was capturing the spirit and feel of the music. Because for Anika, Neil wasn't simply Rush's drummer, he was part of the identity of Rush itself. She explained that learning these songs meant understanding how Neil approached rhythm, dynamics, and emotion. It wasn't about bringing ego into the performance, it was about respect, and the preparation has been intense. Since January, Anika has dedicated herself full-time to Rush material, practicing 5 to 6 hours every single day. Her focus has been understanding what each song truly needs in order to feel right not only for the audience, but for Geddy and Alex as well. When speaking about Neil Peart, Anika clearly has enormous admiration for him. She described his playing as energetic, musical, and full of colour. One thing she particularly highlighted was how distinctive his sound was. His ride cymbal, snare tone, and overall touch were instantly recognisable. And then there's the complexity of Rush's music itself. What made Neil's drumming so remarkable was the constant evolution inside each song. Even when sections repeated, he rarely played them exactly the same way twice. Tiny changes and details gave the songs life and personality, but they also make them incredibly difficult to memorize and perform. Away from the music, Anika says Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson are incredibly warm, funny, and welcoming people. She described their chemistry as inspiring to watch, two musicians who still genuinely love playing together after all these years. What's fascinating is that Anika's own career began in a surprisingly simple way. Roughly 15 years ago, a friend wanted to test a camera, so they casually filmed a drum video and uploaded it to YouTube. At the time, social media wasn't what it is today, but those videos slowly gained traction, eventually reaching millions of viewers, including Jeff Beck himself. And from there, everything changed. Even though Anika says she never really dreamed of becoming a rock star, she now feels as though every stage of her musical journey somehow led her to this moment. To her, joining Rush feels like coming home. As a female drummer, Anika is also very aware that she's become a role model for younger musicians, especially women entering a scene where female drummers are still underrepresented. She believes visibility matters because when she was growing up, there were very few women in those positions to look up to. Now, she hopes her presence shows that women absolutely belong on the world's biggest stages too. And when it comes to favourite Rush songs, Anika loves tracks that combine powerful melodies with explosive energy. She mentioned Natural Science as one of her favourites because of its intensity and shifting rhythms. But she also has a soft spot for more emotional songs, like Time Stands Still. For her, Rush represents the perfect blend of emotion, power, creativity, and complexity.